Hi everybody, it's Melissa from the Draper Museum Raptor Experience once again with a Monday Minute. And today's Monday Minute is going to be more than a minute or two because our question is very detailed and it's more complicated than most things that I usually tackle during a Monday Minute. But we did have a special request for information about why eagles have such great eyesight and why is it called eagle eye and that kind of thing. So I've actually had to jump back in to do a lot of research because science does change. We've learned more, and hopefully I will be able to explain the very toned down, most simplistic way that I can describe and explain why raptors do have such amazing eyesight. And so it'll be a little bit more than our normal minute or two, but I want to do it justice, and I hope that I can make it so that it's easy for everybody to understand. So I'm going to break it down into three main things that help raptors have such great vision. And the first thing is going to be the placement of their eyeballs. And if you think about different birds out there, a lot of birds have their eyeballs more on the side of their head. Pigeons, songbirds, those kinds. And raptors typically have their eyes forward facing. Eagles, hawks, owls in particular. So to help you out with a little bit of a visual, this kind of shows you the differences in what a bird with their eyes facing forward versus their eyes more on the side can see. And by having your eyes more on the side of your head, you have great peripheral vision, so you can see farther around you, but you don't have that great depth perception. Now, if you have your eyes more forward facing, and owls, by the way, have the most forward facing of all of the eyes of the birds, you're going to have a much better binocular vision and great depth perception, but you're going to lose some of your peripheral vision. And you can see that on this chart here. So it kind of shows you owls are going to sacrifice being able to see around them by having better vision right in front of them. And if you're trying to hunt, if you're looking for your prey, it is more important that you can see things right in front of you. So that's one of the things that help raptors have such good eyesight, is that they do have forward-facing eyes. Now, next is the fact that most raptors are going to have really, really good color vision, better than our color vision. And the reason for that, if you think about the color spectrum, humans have, we'll call it color sensitivities, that have 3 peak wavelengths. Birds have 4, sometimes 5. So another chart to kind of help you out with that one. You can see here are the peaks of colors for humans versus the peaks for most birds. And if you look at where the lines are on the sides of that light spectrum in the middle, you can see that birds do see a lot more of the light than we do. And in fact, some birds, actually many birds, can see into the ultraviolet spectrum. And that might seem odd to us, but it allows them to see a lot of things that we can't, whether that's urine or feces marking trails for small voles. That's great for hunters like American kestrels. Or if they can see reflections in other birds, they can see this UV color coming out in feather patterns or things like that. That can help them with their mating and their courtship. So they do have much better color vision than we do. Another thing that's really important for the raptors is the size and the shape of their eyeballs. Birds as a group have the largest eyes relative to their size of any animal in the animal kingdom. And what that means, and this is crazy, ostriches have bigger eyeballs than elephants. Not by much, but they actually have a bigger eyeball than an elephant does. And to kind of, another way to say it, a great horned owl has the same size eyeball as a human does. So they have these really big eyes. But raptors also have tubular shaped eyes. And here's one last diagram for you that kind of shows the difference in the shape between the eyes of an eagle and the eyes of a human. So they are a little bit longer than they are wide, and they have that big flare at the back. So what that shape does is it lets them produce a larger retinal image. And the retina is where light is processed through the photoreceptors, rods and cones. And diurnal raptors, the hawks, the eagles, the falcons, they have 5 times as many cones, those color receptors, as a human does. And the more receptors you have, the higher your ability to distinguish individual objects at a distance. And that's huge if you are the American kestrel sitting up on top of a pole trying to find a grasshopper on the ground, or if you are the golden eagle on top of your cliff nest and you're looking out 2 miles across the prairie trying to find a rabbit. So the placement of the eyes, the fact that they have so much better color vision than we do, and the size and shape of their eyeballs are just a few of the reasons that raptors can have such amazing eyesight. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope I got everything right and that it all made sense. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. I actually kind of have fun doing these. And if you have an idea for a Monday Minute, please let me know in the comments. And if it means you're going to make me do a little research, all the better. 20 years of doing this, sometimes I forget stuff I learned a long time ago, and it's really fun to go back and to look up and to see what things have changed, what we've learned, and stuff that we have disproved even. So we hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and you'll join us again for our next Monday Minute. Thanks, folks.